be a regular. Massagers aren't happening once a year. I am adding this into my lifestyle. I just it was so lovely. And then they surprised me with cake. So sweet. Loved it.
Hi. Jeez. Hello. Oh, things are happening. Anyway, hi from future Sharon jumping in here. What you've just watched were like the few moments of my, like at the start of my birthday, that actual day, that Friday, March 10th. And me just kind of being hopeful that what had been a hell of a night was behind me. But it actually turned out to be much more than that. So my birthday week, my actual birthday and the week right after turned out to be rather horrific. I got really ill Thursday night, and from about 10 p.m. to about 3 a.m. I was in the bathroom every hour on the hour, and it was coming out from both ends. It was vicious. I even remember trying to message the spa, which I then learned I think I was messaging a landline, but trying to send them a message like, I've got to cancel my booking, there's no way I can come in, only to wake up at 7 a.m. and think, oh, it's died down. Whatever was trying to get out of my system is out of my system. The worst is behind us. What a way to usher in a new year. Maybe it's metaphoric for like letting go of F stuff. Don't know, but you know what? I feel okay. Went, had such a beautiful experience. They surprised me with the cake, which was so lovely. I couldn't believe, it was so lovely, so lovely. And everyone was just like, I don't know, it was such a beautiful experience. And
No,
I pressed play, because I'm still on Final Cut, trying to like place my footage down. Such a beautiful experience. Anyway, what happened was my daughter and I both were sick. Her symptoms were a little bit different. And it felt like food poisoning, but I couldn't trace what the both of us had eaten. We both hadn't eaten the same things the day before. It was really bizarre. So I was like, I don't know, is it not? And on the Friday, my dad and best friend and my sister were here, and they were like, I think you guys need to go to hospital because it's not going. And I remember I hadn't really eaten much that day. I think the one thing I'd eaten, which was an apple, I just immediately came out of me. And so went to the hospital, turns out had amoeba. We both got medication. She got everything she needed. She was fine in a couple of days. I did not get the right medicine. And so what I thought had been progress and, oh, it seems like it's dying down. No. Sunday night, I was in agony. And I don't know. There's nothing like being sick. I think that's just like health is wealth is such an understatement, because when you're, I don't know if it happens for anyone else, but for me, when I'm sick, even hearing other people just like having a normal conversation, especially if it feels like it's never ending, whatever I'm experiencing, it drives me wild. Like I could slap someone who's just like laughing casually. What are you laughing about? It was not nice. And so the whole of last week, I took it off and I focused on recovery. I was trying to eat, not much was staying down. It was not pretty. I feel like my dark circles quadrupled. Even my own daughter was like, what is that? Why do you look purple? Why I keep pressing this thing. I keep pressing it because it's let me at least mute it. I keep pressing it because the screen keeps dying out. Anyway, whole of last week was a blur, and that's an understatement. But we're better now, although we're not exactly. I will say though, what you're about to watch are clips that I then took Friday. That was the first day I was able to stomach things very well. My nausea, which was intense, oh, hate hated it. It reminded me of when I was pregnant, and it's like constant nausea and just wanting to throw up from smells and foods. I'm not pregnant, trust me. But it reminded me of that. It was just like, ugh, it was not great. But Friday was the first time it felt like it was mostly behind me. And so I managed to go for the serum school event. La Roche-Posay was hosting this beautiful event, and I'll show you in just a bit. And then once you're done with that little thing, you'll probably find me, I'm gonna take a shower, and then we'll meet up as I'm doing my skincare, because I can talk you through some of the things that kind of went down. But I will say it's now a couple of days since the event, and I think because of how sick I was last week, I wasn't really eating, my immunity just kind of went down, and it just made me susceptible to getting a cold, which is now what I'm at. Like my throat is like burning, I feel a little loopy, headachy, and I'm currently trying to make myself some hot dawa, lemon, ginger, honey kind of tea. I've left the ginger stewing, is that what it is? Just like sitting in hot water. It's been boiling for a while, turned it off. It's now just kind of steeping. I think that's it. And I'm gonna make myself a dawa after I'm done with the shower. But I just was laying down the videos and I was like, wait a second. It jumps from my birthday to the La Roche-Posay event, and to the regular person, it might just be like, oh yeah, cool, so days just passed. No, I barely made it through. It's an exaggeration. I made it through. I'm good. But if you've ever had amoeba, you know it is not good. It is not pretty. It is not good. But it's okay. I had a really great support system. My mom came over and was really helping me in the evenings. My housekeeper, I have the best housekeeper, and she'd just be like trying to get me to eat and making all these like different foods, and like bless her, because I was throwing everything up and she could see she was getting so defeated, just be like, what do I give you? But I had a great support system, and it just made me really grateful for my family that whole week, and just like the structures I have around me. So I'm all good now. But you get on with the La Roche-Posay Serum School event, which is so lovely. Everyone looked so lovely as well. I want you guys to see what everyone was wearing. The color scheme, what is it? Dress code was come in your favorite serum, and they now have 5 in the market, which is really exciting. So you could come in any one of the 5 colors, which made this a very colorful event. I loved it. So you do that. I'm gonna get showered, and we'll meet up later. Hopefully I'll have my tea ready, and I'll just have like my face washed, and it's gonna look a little bit better.
I'm just like, yeah, you know, it's okay. It's not okay. Y'all don't get it. The world is not built for us. We have to pave our way through so that we can. Oh my God, you're recording! But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, no, let me show you my real personality. Good girl.
I'm not sure I was recording. I think the whole time I might have been like this.
I was laughing for my personality.
No, I think they all know you and
like,
love
no,
you.
but my energy on your channel.
No, I think they all love and know you already. I was just telling her how, because my mom's been over this weekend, I was just telling her how when I said I'm coming to your house, she was like, Jules, I love Jules. Yeah. I love Jules so much. And then Jules reminded me that I'd said that like 5 years ago.
Yeah,
my mom has been loving you for a long time.
Also, I follow your mom. Also, I follow her mom. I'm a huge fan
of
Kari.
So yes, it is. You got it right.
Hi, Kari.
Yeah, and we're off to La Roche-Posay event. So see you guys there.
is that? Who knows where La Roche-Posay is from? From France, yes. Where in France? Okay, more about that.
La Roche-Posay.
From La Roche-Posay. So Sharon said La Roche-Posay.
Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed my little recap of everything that happened on Friday. It was such a lovely event. It really was. People looked beautiful. I went down with Jules, who we drove down together, and then Patricia dropped me off home later that evening. And I think also because I literally spent the week in bed. It was so nice to be out and to be with people, which usually I'm like, people, but I really enjoyed it. I was like, what's happening? It's okay that it's taking long, it's fine. I'm still gonna be here till the very end. I actually really enjoyed that. And they so kindly gifted everyone a pack of serums. Not all 5, I think everyone, it was about four of the serums everyone got. And sunscreen, which is incredibly generous of La Roche-Posay. I will say, just in case you're new here, if you don't know, I work with La Roche-Posay, and I am a proud partner of the brand. Proud. I stand by the brand. I stand by the science in their products. My skin and the results I've seen are a testament to their efficacy, and I will talk you through all 5 of their serums in just a bit, but I just wanted to put it out there that I do work with La Roche, and proudly do so, and I just really, really happy with this partnership. But yeah, they gifted everyone. I was just like we were trying to do the math with Patricia. We were like, oh my god, that's a lot of serums for lots of people. It's incredibly generous, which is so lovely. And then also, I threw it in there. This is so random, but I just want to say, Jules is such a cutie. I left something in her bag in her car, and when she dropped it off, she threw this in, and so this was sat by the door because I wanted to talk about it with you guys, and I threw this in because it's all skincare stuff, but it's just like a lip balm, like a Lucas Papa ointment lip balm, which I was introduced to this brand by an old boyfriend ages ago. I have not seen it in such a long time because it's an Australian product, and I saw her with one, and I was like, where did you get that? And then she just gave me one. That is so sweet. Anyway, so back to the serum. So I believe the first 2 serums that La Roche came into the market with were vitamin C and hyaluronic acid, which was smart because they're the ones that everyone, most people can easily incorporate into their day-to-day regimen without wondering or worrying too much about what actives go with what, will they mess this up, how many times should I use it, you know, all of that stuff, which I know with skincare can be a bit tricky. So those are the first 2, but over time we've now got, I think early-ish last year, they introduced Effaclar, which we all know by now is my favorite, because for anyone with acne or resurfacing problems, issues, that is such a beautiful product, and we'll get into it and why I love it so much. I'll also add pictures here so you can have a clear understanding of where I'm coming from with my skin. And then late last year, they brought in niacinamide, and the most recent introduction in their serum family is retinol, which they are calling the Ferrari of serums in their products. So here's a card. I've got all 5. In this box though, I don't have all 5. The card talks about all 5, which I'll read out in just a second. But in the box, I have retinol, hyaluronic acid, niacinamide, and vitamin C, and a sunscreen, which regardless of what serum you're using, you have to pair with sunscreen. You can't be using retinol and then just running out into the sun the next day, or Effaclar, or even vitamin C. You can't use that and just be prancing around without sunscreen. And I'm a huge fan of their Shaka. What is their actual Shaka? Anthelios. I can't even see Shaka anywhere here, but I know it used to have a Shaka because you've got to shake it up a little, pour a little bit into your hand, and pat the face. Right, so let me start with hyaluronic acid. So the one I have here is slightly, let me actually show you this. Yes. that one was given to me last year when I went to France, and it's a slightly bigger bottle than what they have in the market. But I just want to show what you will find in stores. I will link my Dawa, who I know have a 5% discount running, and I know we can all use some saving of points, because just everything has become so expensive. The price, the dollar and what it's done to the market and to products just being imported, tax, customs issue, like things have just, I think we've all felt it, that things have kind of increased in price. So any price savings I find, especially with La Roche products, I'm gonna share. I wish I could hand them for a bigger discount, but I don't think they're gonna listen to me. But 5% is better than nothing. So I'm gonna link all of these down below for you guys. But I'm gonna start with hyaluronic acid. I have had this in my beauty arsenal for a long time now, and what's great about this product is it brings moisture back into your skin and leaves it feeling like supple and plump, and has that. So that's why I think this is like a everyone can use, like one product fits all type thing. Hyaluronic acid, whichever you look at it, I think it's a great way to just make sure that your skin is bringing that moisture back into your face. And also what they say is it's best to do it when your skin is a little bit damp. So not fully dry, then you put a bit of that, and then you go on with your moisturizer, sunscreen, the whole shebang. So that's it, that's hyaluronic acid. You can use it morning and evening. I'm just reading the little card here. And it helps to hydrate, replump, and enrich with 2 pure hyaluronic acids, that's vitamin 5. 2 pure hyaluronic acids and vitamin B5. I should actually start by saying, even though I'm showing all 5, I don't think you need all 5 serums. I think it can be very expensive trying to keep up with skincare, and I think if you understand what your skin type is, skin needs, skin texture, everything, then you're able to see which product will best work for you. I don't think you need all 5, to be very honest. It's great if you can, if money ain't an issue, get all 5, sure, but I don't think you need all 5. So the second one I want to go into is the Pure Vitamin C Serum, which is here. You apply morning on face and neck and use Ambelios sunscreen. You have to use sunscreen after putting vitamin C, and it helps reveal the skin's full radiance. And I think that's I think what it does, like makes your skin radiant. I used to really love this. I think 1, because of the smell, and 2, because it does something. I don't know how to explain it, but it does something. Like right now, all I have on my skin is vitamin C. So I don't know the science behind it. I just know it like helps make your skin look really like alive instead of like that dull grayish feel and tone, which I feel like I had a lot of this last week. So used to love this, but the product I think you know that I'm going to get into and I just absolutely love. Actually, there's 2 products that I would highlight as the mega product for me and my skin issues and my skin needs, but I will leave those 2 for last. The next one I want to get into is Pure Niacinamide, which is here, and they've got such lovely colors as well. Let me actually show you, because I've got an open one here. There you go. So that's the niacinamide. It says here that the niacinamide serum corrects every dark spot and marks, and helps with pigmentation issues and uneven skin tone. So that's what it does, and it's also a soothing product, and I think it also pairs well with retinol, which I'm going to get into in just a second. But this is if you've got like discoloration, uneven skin tone, pigmentation, you know, like the spots and how it like kind of can stay a little too long, and you want to deal with that. So this is a product I would go for. Now, the product that I have been raving about, loving, obsessed with for the longest time now is the Effaclar serum. And that's because this is an exfoliant. It resurfaces the skin. So if you have acne, or if you have problems with like spots and all of that, like little bumps on your face, comedonal acne, I think is what it's called, that is a product I would highly recommend. It has been such an incredible experience seeing the transformation just by consistently using that product. I use it like every 2 nights, maybe 3 4 times a week, although they did say that you should probably cap it at 3 times a week max. So I'm probably gonna bring that down, to be very honest, to just 3 times a week. My skin probably doesn't need all that exfoliation. But it's got LHAs, it's got glycolic acid, it's got salicylic acid, and it just helps to resurface and just clears your skin out. I also use it in conjunction with the Effaclar moisturizer. But with the moisturizer, I use very little. And even with that serum, I only use like 3 drops. 1, 2, 3, and then I just work it into my face. And the moisturizer, a little bit as well. But I just love that product. Let me see what it says here. Effaclar serum is a concentrate of exfoliating acids combined with soothing niacinamide that targets blackheads, pimples, marks, and visible pores. This no rinse formula leaves the skin refined and purified. I cannot hype this product enough. And what's really incredible is that I have seen people's before and after. Like, I've been seeing people sending me like, oh, I've been using it for the last couple of months. Look at this. They're like, just, if you don't believe me, believe the people. It's getting a bit hot, even though it's a cold day, but now I'm already like burning up in this gown. The other product, which is the newest one in the market, is the final product actually, is the retinol. I have heard and read so much about retinol, and because of how like sensitive your skin can get if you don't use the right amount, if you use it too often and all of that, I would often shy away from retinols. I just used to feel like, oh, I don't know about this too much, so I'm not sure. I 100% believe that this talk cemented the use of retinol in my skincare routine. I did actually have this product because they did gift it to us when we were in France last year. So I did have it, and I have used it. I actually think I use it maybe once a week, which is what you're supposed to be doing, which is great. And sometimes I wouldn't even use it. Like, maybe I'd miss a week and just use it the other week. But on average, I think I'd say every 10 days. I'm now going to be firm about every week. And that's because the way they described, we had dermatologists as panelists, and they were saying that there's 2 kinds of wrinkles, I think is what they said. There is static wrinkles, and what is the other thing? I wrote it down, let me actually look at this. Dynamic and static wrinkles. So there's 2 kinds of wrinkles. So dynamic are the ones that, like, as you move your face, you're seeing things happening. Static are the ones that are like deep set and deep formed on your face. And this really helps with preventing that. And I know, because I'm very expressive, I think we all know that by now. And given the number of times I'm like doing all of that to my face, I'm 100% going to be very consistent about using retinol from now on. You also don't want to mix it with other actives. I think niacinamide works, but it's already infused with, does it have niacinamide? Oh, let me read what it says here. The retinol B3 serum helps skin instantly look smoother and more luminous. Progressively, skin recovers firmness and photoaging signs are corrected. Deep wrinkles, fine lines, and uneven skin complexion is what this serum targets. So I would use this in the evening once a week. I wouldn't have used like the Effaclar serum in the morning. I would just keep it to this, and just after that I'm just putting like a simple moisturizer on top, something that's just like calming and isn't trying to do anything or compete with that. You're supposed to apply it on dry skin, I should also note. Whew, getting hot in here. I think I need to change into something that is not this heavy set. That's why I feel like I would do so well if I moved to a very chilly area or part of town, because it's like it's a cool day. I should be able to wear this and just be okay, but I'm like switching to it, so I need to get out of this. But I also wanted to say, if you are gonna try any of these serums, don't introduce all of them at the same time to your skincare routine. Like, I would say if you're starting with the last 2, which are my favorites, and I think those are the ones, and niacinamide too. I mean, all of them are great, but those last 2, like if you have acne and if you are dealing with like, they're like strong actives, you know? not strong in that your skin will fall off, but you know what I'm saying. It's like the serious stuff. So I wouldn't use them at the same time or introduce them at the same time. I didn't either. When I first got both products, I just kept them separate, and I think I waited a few weeks before even starting or even opening the retinol. But right, so I'm gonna change. Actually, no, I'm gonna finish my skincare because I only put the vitamin C, and I want to go. Do I want to put highlight? What do I want to do? I am all done, dressed up, put some makeup on, just a little bit, even put some color on my lips, which I don't normally do. And I just want to put some jewelry. Oh wait, do I have these? Well, maybe I'll leave those actually. Okay, I've got those already, so I'll leave that on. Plan for the day, I have 2 Zoom calls to get to in about another hour. And then I want to try and start editing this video because there's just like a lot of bits and pieces and all of that. So I'll do that in the afternoon. But before that, I have an order to place because Artcaffe so kindly sent me a voucher, which I don't think they knew it was my birthday, but they sent it on my birthday week. So I'm gonna, they told me about it on my birthday week, and then they sent it this weekend, and I just wanna make the most of their online shopping. I've never actually shopped online from the market, from Artcaffe. So I wanna just, I don't know, let's go see what's happening. Let's figure it out. And then the other thing that's on the agenda today is to try and book a couple of appointments for tomorrow. I've already secured one, which is my eyebrow wax appointment with Yvonne. And then I have, I want to get braids because it's been a few months since I texturized my hair. I did go see Patrick a few weeks ago. I think I told you guys about that, and we had a protein treatment. And I don't want to, I want to try to see how long I can stretch out my hair between texturizers, just to see, because it's still quite manageable. It's not end of world difficult to try and maintain, at least at this length. So if I can stretch it out to maybe 6 months, and I think I'm on month 4 now. We'll see. Anyway, so I need to book that appointment, and but first I want us to like get some shopping in. I'm wearing, actually maybe I should tell you what I'm wearing. There you go. I feel so proper in this little number, but it is a dress from 100 Years Kenya, and it just is the perfect time to wear it because it, like we've all established, I get hot very quickly. I don't know if you can spot it, but your girl even bought a fan quite recently because it was just unbearable in the night. Oh, I couldn't stand it. So, so I was waiting for it to get a bit cooler before I wore this. I just really love it. And then, of course, I've left the buttons undone because I don't know, just like it with a little bit more leg there. But you can button it all the way down. And I also realized I didn't talk to you guys about that little mustard number over there. We, Hikaya and I, recently launched the Mustard Mimosa Maxi. And by recently, I actually mean maybe a month ago, so it's not that recent. But it did really well and sold out within a few days, and we restocked a couple more pieces, a few more pieces. So they're not that many, but if you are on the hunt for a bright mustard dress, I know the weather is looking like it's taken a turn for the cold, which I'm actually relieved, I'm not gonna lie. But it will come in handy later. I know I probably should I'll probably insert a few clips of me in the dress so that you see what it looks like on me, but it's literally our beloved Mimosa Maxi, but in this beautiful mustard shade. It's something that I asked on my stories at some point last year if you guys would be interested in that dress in a different shade, and then I gave a number of color options, and the one that was most voted for was mustard, which is what we brought. And I love this dress so much. I envision it in so many colors. Like, oh, that sage green, imagine it in that sage green. Oh, so beautiful. Or even like a Oh, even black. Even black. Some people were even talking about white. I see it in many different shades. I love that we have it in mustard, at least to start off with, and I will link it in the description box for you if you want to get straight to that. There's also a few other pieces from the collection that are still available, so I'll probably just link that page as well, so you can take a look and see if there's anything there that tickles your fancy. Okay, ladies, mostly ladies, maybe a couple of gents. Hi. I placed my order. That was maybe 30 minutes ago, maybe 40 minutes ago. I think they say it takes between an hour and 2 hours max. I have another meeting that's supposed to start in 20 minutes, so I don't know if it'll be here on time. I'm not sure, but even if it comes after, that's okay. I do have to run out and find a printer, which I think it's time for me to buy my own printer. You know what, actually? I don't know if I have to. Patty had a printer one time and she was trying to give it away. Let me see if she still has it. It's still in your house! Stop. Can I actually send my guy for it if you know where it is at some point today or tomorrow or something? Guys, things have gone a bit downhill. Not gonna lie, I'm feeling so tired, so beat, so sleepy. My throat, despite the number of, I've had several cups of the hot dawa, is still not 100. I just wanna like take my makeup off and get into pajamas and literally just get my hot water bottle, which I'm so happy it's a bit cooler. I hope it even gets like colder. And I don't know, just I have some emails I have to send because I've been dragging my feet about them. I have to send them today. So I think I'm gonna do that on the couch without all of this on. But first, I wanted to show you all the stuff that came. Let me quickly take you through this. So it came while I was out on a school run, but I'll take you through everything I got from the market. So first is Amarula, which it's my mom's birthday. Couple days after this video goes up, so I figured this would be a nice treat. I think she has that. I'm not sure if it's her or her friends. Either way, she's gonna love it. It'll be one of her birthday treats, which also I should add, I'm kind of struggling to figure out what to get exactly, which I need to figure out quickly so that I have her present ready. But anyway, and then I got sourdough bread. I kind of laid things out so I can do some stories and it just looked a little bit pretty, but I'm gonna put everything back in there. I swear I sneezed away from everything. Excuse me. What is happening? I don't know. I'm struggling. Everything, I'm struggling. Also, I don't know if you noticed something on the corner. I'm going to talk about that in another video. But there have been a couple of changes in this house and I'm so excited for the next video because I'm going to take you through the thing that kind of started everything. Anyway, I do promise I was sneezing away and into my, like I was doing this and away from the food, just in case it looks like I literally contaminated everything on this table. But yes, so we have the bread and then we've got my very first thing from the hot deli, which is the rotisserie chicken. Oh my gosh, how good does that look? I have to put it back in the oven. I don't currently have a microwave that's working, but that's okay because I actually reckon the oven would be a better bet for this. In fact, let me switch that on as I talk to you. Okay, and then I have got some, let me move that to the side, rack of lamb, which looks so good. I'm gonna throw that in the freezer. And I have to be really intentional about how I make it. I think it would be so nice to have my family over for this. And I suspect my dad would really enjoy helping me make this as well. So I'm gonna wait till they're around for me to do that. In fact, they did have like a meat rub. Like a spice rub. I should have probably also gotten that. I can also just go back and get it. And then we've got potatoes and some feta and a mango quinoa salad. And then this, which honestly, I already have one of these here, but it's maybe halfway through. And I love me some Artcaffe coffee. You guys know that. And these two really revolutionized the game for me. And I'm just so happy that I'm incredibly happy with my at-home coffee situation with the DeLonghi coffee maker I got from Hotpoint last year. And then I also got some almond milk for that, the single vanilla latte with almond milk. And then we have sweet mango pickle. This is nothing like I would normally buy. This is so not my vibe, but I had a samosa the other day with a friend of mine, and there was like a mango chutney thing, and it was so yummy, like dipping it into that. And so I just thought for some like meat rubs or dressing or something, I don't know, like imagine you've got like nice chicken breast and then you just have a bit of that on top. Ooh, that looks like it will be so good. And then I bought every ginger there is in the country. This whole bag is full of ginger, by the way, as well. But this is way more than any one person needs. But I am in the season of making my dawas, and I just want to beat this cold. And then we've got some fruit, banana, which I've really been into recently. Blueberries, which I always have on hand. I just think they make for like a nice palate cleanser, but also when they've been around for a while, I just throw them in the freezer and pop them in my smoothie when need be. And then this actually is not what I bought. It's not what I wanted. I had actually asked for or ordered the, what is it? Kit Kat Chunky. They didn't have that. I didn't realize they were sending me this, but I've decided I'm going to make, let me show you. Actually, I opened it because I was looking up the ingredients. I'm going to make myself, not myself, but I'm going to make my mama, and maybe for me too, when hopefully by the weekend I'll be feeling better, because there's no way I could have all this sugar right now. It would just like corrode my throat. No, thank you. But the chewy choc chip cookies from Crumbs and Doilies, which is Cupcake Jemma's baking book. She released this last year. This was a lovely gift from my friend Tiff. So I'm actually going to do this on, no, I won't have time on Saturday. Maybe Friday. I might do it on Friday. And then they'll be part of my little gifts to my mama. I don't know. I like how I'm getting her choc chip cookies and amarula, which I'm almost certain she likes, but I'm just not so sure. So I really need to be really sure about my actual gift, because at this point we're kind of failing. Anyway.
Good morning, you guys. I think you can hear that it's now become full-blown nasally, my cold, which is good, because I think that means like you're past the worst of it. At least I hope so. Yesterday, I think I was doing the most, and I may have cracked a little in the evening because I was just so tired. My body was aching everywhere, and I think part of it was just like DOMS from my Monday workout where I just went too hard thinking that I could go back to normal, and then the other part was just like body aches, and I was just really tired, really lethargic. My eyes were barely open. My body was aching everywhere. My legs, my lower back, even my arms. It was not good. And then because of all the ginger I'd been having in my dawa, which I'd had I think about 3 cups, I started to have, like, you know how, I don't know if you guys have this, but I came to learn, I think last year or the year before, that if I have too much ginger, it gives me stomach cramps and like really bad bloating, and it's like, it's just not nice. So I just went to bed as early as possible, as humanly possible, given that I still had to put another little lady to bed, and then try to just like rest as much as possible, which I just realized I wasn't giving myself that. And that's when you're unwell, like enough with, I think in my head I was trying to do everything, because last week I was kind of out of commission, so I was like, oh my god, there's so much to do, don't have time to be sick again. That was not the right move. I should have just taken yesterday a lot slower than I did, but it's okay. I do feel better today. I just feel nasally. I'm still a little achy in the body. My throat is still a little uncomfortable, but I, for the most part, feel a lot like myself today, which is good. I have just come from having my brows done, my wax did. I was actually talking to the lady who does like all my wax, and I've been seeing her for years now. Her name is Yvonne. I was just talking to her about like lasering my eyebrows, just because between eyebrows and wax, eyebrows, so painful. I cannot it's never gotten easier, never. Bikini, like, I'm good. It's still like ouchy, but nothing like how it was the first time I had my bikini wax. And actually now I realize that I don't have to go as often as I used to. I used to go every month. Now I can stretch it to every 6 to 8 weeks. Sorry, I'm trying to hold it up and my arm is getting tired. But yeah, I was just saying how I can't with my eyebrows, can't take this anymore. It's a bit too much. I like, what can I do? Because I love when my eyebrows are clean. I love it. I think it just like frames the face so nicely. And I love how she does my eyebrows. I love it so much. But I don't like the pain. I don't like it. And with my eyebrows, like, I should ideally be going every 3 to 4 weeks. But I don't. I tend to go like every 6 whenever I'm coming for a bikini. So I don't know what permanent solutions there are. Also, I'm not even sure I want any permanent solutions, because I'm just a little bit nervous about anything that you do to your body on a permanent level. But it would be nice to have like a lasered bikini and eyebrows, and I never have to worry about that. Anyway, I have my hair appointment in, what time is it now? It's 9:14. It's supposed to be at 10 a.m. Maybe actually I should try and get there earlier and I can start choosing the braids. I'm gonna go back to Mystiq, which is where I've been going to get my braids done for a while now. I just love those guys, and I just think they get me, and like I love that I'm not fighting to retain my edges, and like, please don't braid this part that's struggling to even it's like baby hairs, so just leave it alone. So I love that they get that. Yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do.
Ladies and gentlemen, they are done. It's actually much later in the day. I won't even try and pretend like it's just been a couple of minutes. I finished up at the salon, came here, put a little bit of makeup, just my usual go-to everyday makeup, rushed out of the house. First had soup, rushed out of the house, was trying to run some errands and like finish everything up by a certain time, and just all I know is it's now 3:30 p.m, so much later in the day, and the braids are done. So as you can tell, like, there's so few. I think there's like 20 braids, 25 max on my head, which is so lovely, and that's partly why I was okay going a little bit longer than I would have, because usually I'd probably stop about here, but we've got some extra fluff there, and I've already decided how I'm going to wear it, which is, I mean, I could part it in the middle, but it's giving like Solange vibes. I kind of feel very like alternative, hippie, cool. It's just jumbo braids, but I'm already feeling something like it would give like just photo shoot, like there's something I'm doing in life, but I'm probably going to be parting for the most part this way. But I love them. Mystiq. I went to the same person who does my hair all the time. Her name is Leah, and we kind of just get each other. I didn't have to put any heat on my hair. I literally washed it. That's what I was trying to tell you. Actually, maybe now that I'm in the bathroom, which is the reason I even came into the bathroom, I can take you through all the products I've been using lately. But usually what I've started to do is put this the night before, which is the Spritz Essentials Avocado Oil. It's infused with peppermint oil. I'm gonna link this down below. But can I smell actually? Yeah, I can smell. smells lovely, feels lovely, and the only thing I just don't usually like is how it makes my pillowcase oily. That's what I don't particularly like, even though I do sleep with the headscarf, but I just don't like that. Then I have to kind of time it with like, when am I going to change pillowcases? I almost feel like I should have like the oil treatment pillow type thing. Don't know, might just be something that's in my head, but I don't know what do other people do. If you have like tips and tricks, would love to know. So I start with that, and then the next day I go in with whatever shampoo I have. I mean, quite honestly, I've just been using whatever's available. And for me, there's another one, but I think it's on the other side, which is the one that I actually used. That's the one I usually start with. It's the sister to this L'Oreal Curl Expression shampoo, and that one really like gets the gunk out. It really clarifies your hair. And then this one is like moisturizing. It's just like, this is a different level. Like, I've been able to detangle my hair with this shampoo in the past, but because I usually have the oil on, I always go with that other like clarifying shampoo that it really just gets everything out. But I've also been going with the Scalp Care Mizani shampoo, because this one just feels really good. It feels like someone's put like blowing cold air on your scalp, and I like that. So I'll always have this in my arsenal, and the clarifying one from this Curl Expression range. And then sometimes I'll put conditioner, but I'm not really married to the idea of conditioner, depending on how much time I actually have, to be very honest. But the one that I do have with me is the Thermo Smooth by Mizani conditioner, and there's usually the other one of this. Like, if I want to really feel good with a conditioner, it's the conditioner version of the Scalp Care from Mizani. So that one would highly recommend. And then when it comes to treatment, so I don't like long-time followers, or long-term followers, I think both would do, definitely recognize this brand. I have talked about this for years, and maybe not so much actually in the last few years, but if you're keen, you know I've talked about Silicone Mix before. Like, I'll tag them in my stories. I don't think, ever since being introduced to this brand, I don't think there's ever been a time when we don't have this product in our home. It is the Bambu treatment, and you can like, I've got the salon size of this bad boy because I just know we go through it. It works especially well when it comes to detangling my hair. I recommended it to someone, and they weren't the biggest fan, and they were like, nah, it's okay. For me, I absolutely feel the difference between this shampoo, this treatment and other treatments, and just what, like the slip that it gives my hair, absolutely love it. So that's why we also use it for my little one, because it, like, anything that can just like bring as much slip as possible and reduce the amount of like, tugging and pain and all of that, I'm all over. And I really love that. But I also have been using the Curl Expression, this is the extra rich one. There's two versions, I don't think I have the second one here. But there's like a rich version and then a regular version. This definitely like doubles up on moisture, and like, you know, with our hair, what we need is moisture, 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 and then the occasional protein treatment like every 2 months, which is why I go see Patrick, who I will link down below, for my protein treatments, because then I do the whole thing. I'm in the dryer, and like, it gets that strength from my treatment sessions with Patrick, who's also the person who texturizes my hair. So there's usually that, or this as another treatment, which is the Mizani Moisture Fusion treatment, which, I mean, if I show you all of these, really and truly, like, we're using them. That one is that much done. This one is, oh, not too much. It's not too far gone. And the silicone, I mean, we are probably here with this one. And then once I'm out of the shower, I go in with a leave-in conditioner. I'll just use whatever's next to me, which, quite frankly, most of the time it is the Miracle Milk. I was gonna say I don't have it here, but I do. Miracle Milk right here. It's another jar. Like, I've gone through so many of these in my lifetime. And then I'll use whatever moisture, like cream type product I've got. I was introduced to this by Patrick a while back, and I've been using this more and more this year, which is a Hawaiian Silk Miracle Worker 14-in-1 product, and it's actually got a really interesting pump. Like, look at what that, I don't know if this is not the best way to do it, but look at this. Jeez, is it? No, wait, that might be better. Look at that. It like spreads. Does that look funny to you guys? Sorry if it's a bit vulgar, but it's just, I don't know if you're getting what I'm getting. It's not like a cream, I don't know how to explain, but that's really interesting. And now I have product on my hand, and I was trying to figure out, what do I do? I'm just gonna put it on here, actually. It's okay. I'll just put it on the braids, maybe even up here, even though it doesn't need it. So I'll put like a cream, and it could be that, it could be, I don't know, just whatever cream I have close by. Like this one as well. It's the True Texture Curl Define Pudding. But the cream that I almost always have close by, especially because I've got texturized hair, is this one, which is the Strength Fusion. And I feel like my hair needs all the strength that it can get. So I'm almost done with this one. Well, not really almost done, maybe like halfway through. And you don't need a lot of product. That's why it's like a small tub, but you don't need a lot. And then, oh, I didn't say there's something I use when I'm washing my hair that was sent by Spritz Hair Studio, and I have really enjoyed using it, but will I find it now? Unlikely. Honestly, on a serious note, half the time I find my stuff in like my daughter's toy basket, and I'm just like, what is this doing here? Oh, here it is. There, I was about to blame the little lady, but here it is. Although I have found this in her toy basket in the past, and we've had to have discussions about this, but so I just use this when I'm in the shower and I've got my conditioner in, or most likely actually when I have my, because that's usually what I'll do the most. Conditioner I might skip, but when I have my treatment in, I'll then just go in there like this. It feels really good. And what else? Yeah, I'm trying to minimize heat. I always sleep with this silk scarf. I'm trying to keep my braids as jumbo as possible, so there's no, like these are big, like I've got 3 big ones at the front. So I feel like my hair is happy and it's not feeling strained or stressed. And then when I have these bad boys, I usually use a mousse, and I only learned about this from the, let me just see what that says. I only learned about mousse from the ladies, from the ladies at Mystiq. So just, okay, and just put a little bit on the ends so that they don't do that thing where they just tangle. And because these look pretty like day one, I'm telling you, after a week, if you're not careful, they're like knotted and they're stuck together, and it's just like meh. It does not feel great. I think the last thing I wanted, oh, the thing I also haven't talked about that I use quite regularly, I know I'm really getting into it, but I just figured we might as well go deep into like my body care, no, skin care, hair care, this vlog, just like really talk about the things I'm doing so that I can like take care of myself from the inside and out, like be active about that, because I'm doing a lot of work like with Roseanne and with my eating. I'm doing a lot of work like with my mind, spirit, emotions, with my life coach, and I want that to be mirrored in what I'm doing also on the outside, like really trying to take care of my skin, really trying to take care of my hair, really trying to take care of my nails and not destroy them. Even my toes, I've gotten much better, but that's because Sophy, who's my nail technician, helped me. She put like an acrylic thing on my little toe, and that means I'm not picking at it the way I described that I usually do. But the other thing that I wanted to share that I love so much, and I love it a lot because of the smell, like I think most of the time I use it because of how good it smells, is this, and it's the Absolute Repair Oil. I do feel like this is like a really, I'm actually gonna just put this on now, because I don't always like the smell of braids too. So if I look like I'm just overdoing it with product on braids, really I'm just trying to mask I just don't like, you know how braids can sometimes just have a smell. I even try and reduce, like, just the braid smell. I even try and reduce them, like, all the sprays and stuff that they put on, just so I can, like, please let it not have that strong smell. But that oil smells amazing, but it also adds a sheen without making it like taking out the life from my hair. So whenever I have my hair straightened after seeing Patrick say I've had a texturizer, I will probably use that after a couple of days and just like put a little bit and then continue with styling, which for the most part is just me holding it back. Anyway, now that I've really talked your ear off and we've just only talked about like beauty things, I'm gonna bid you farewell because I need to finish up some paperwork type things that I was like admin type things that I was doing earlier and I didn't finish, and then I realized if I don't do this with you guys, the day will go and I won't have ended this vlog, this mighty long vlog. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Please keep warm and keep your vitamin C up, and just whatever you can do to boost the immunity, your immunity, just do it, because there's a nasty flu going around and it's not pretty. But I do feel like today is much better than it was yesterday, so at least it was just like one really bad day and then it's uphill from here. But anyway, I'm excited for the next video too, so I will catch you on that one.